So we've done roughly 89 episodes of this content so far. That's also a bullshit number since I'm so fucking far behind on editing. And I want you all to know something.
What?
So I've had this hat on for all 89 episodes. Are you ready?
Are we getting ready for a reveal here? We're getting ready for a reveal.
What the shit?
He cut his hair
What's
off.
up?
Why'd you buzz it?
I felt like it.
He was hot. Give him a break.
My God.
Put it back on.
I've
Put it
known
back
Mark
on. Put it
like
back on.
15 years.
Wow.
He has
I'm
never
missing
had his
it.
hair this short.
Roll for initiative.
Ah, I knew it was coming.
Let's see if
Alright.
she's just gonna
Alright.
roll with
For
it.
what it's worth, nice haircut.
Thank you.
No.
It's time for a change. I wanted to change. I want to see something different when I look in the mirror to inspire me to be more motivated, all that kind of bullshit.
Motherfucker!
That stings.
Well, I think I know who's last.
It was still higher than you, Silver. Fuck off.
That's the
You're
best
right.
part.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the
Alright,
critical
yeah.
one results in a failure. Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of Naruto D&D. As always, I am your host, Connor, with a buzz cut. Joining us, we have Lane,
Hola.
Hira,
Hello.
Jim,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Silver,
What's up?
and Silas.
I just got what the? I got a 7. What the hell?
You got a
You got a
critical
1.
failure.
You got a 1.
Oh shit!
A 1 results in a 1, no matter what modifier you have. I also realized I didn't read names, so as Lane is, or Erica is Lane, Zach is Hira, Nick is Jim, Mike is Silver, and Travis is Silas. All right, so first things first. I owe mostly Nick an apology.
What now?
So I've been doing DCs wrong on your opponents, like what they have to roll to save them. So
This
bright
whole fucking
side,
kit.
Jim is fine, but Kozakai had a much harder time than he should have.
GG.
So the way I've been doing it is 10 plus half of the technique's rank rounded up. I'm also supposed to add the appropriate modifier, meaning if it's a will save, wisdom, fortitude save, constitution, or reflex save, dexterity. So,
Oh well. Let's move on.
whoops. But Jim, you're gonna get a spirit die for dead Kozakai.
No. You know how many spirit dice you owe me?
I mean, you get it a lot, Steve.
1
I mean-
apparently.
Kozakai's dead, so
What? Kozakai wouldn't be dead. Kozakai could have killed a warrior at points. What?
let's not
Nigga.
exaggerate here. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's the- yeah, come
What?
on. Yeah, come on.
Nigga, what?
Come on.
I would
Come
have killed the warrior 3 times.
So,
Anyway, let's move
continuing on, that's going to be the way. Now, the bright side of that is it also means when I've had enemies roll against you, you've had to roll, like, you've been able to roll much easier to save yourself from them. So, moving on. Recap. So, the team was given some information on Awari and the God Killer and was sent on a mission to track down Ken, as well as potentially the Sage of Light, as you have been introduced to him as. Not to him personally, but you encountered him. Alright, so anyway, the team was given information on Awari and the God Killer. They were sent on a mission to track down Kennen, the Sage of Light. Upon arriving at the first village in the Land of Frost, they saw a group of bandits get taken down by a single, very unintimidating opponent. Moments after, the team themselves was subject to the man who confronted them, and they all awoke without any of their items. The team went through a series of trials before awaking in separate places with greatly different situations. Now awake in separate areas, the team must figure out what's going on. Now, the bright side about Jim being gone right now, Jim, since he had at the start or at the very end of the last session, he decided to forsake his mission because he forgot about it and go into the mines. Jim can't do anything until his time is done in there.
Rip.
So you're all good to go right now.
Hey.
Fuck you.
Rip.
All right, so you're here inside the village of Shima no Kabi. Don't worry, Jim. We'll get to you later, and you'll have your own personal little stuff that you'll get through.
I just want to investigate what the mine is. That's about it.
We're gonna get to that. Don't you worry.
Okay.
But unfortunately, you, for reasons that will be clarified later, you won't be able to leave the mine. Okay, so first up is Lane.
Is there anything about the room that stands out, or is it just like a...
So your rooms are pretty much, you can tell it's like made out of stone. The room itself is pretty warm. You seem to have electricity running through, providing you light, a lamp, and also maintaining the temperature. But nothing stands out as like strange. Do you have your Sharingan active?
No.
Okay. But yeah, nothing stands out as strange.
Okay. So I'm going to do a chakra control check. Just to like test to see if like I can manipulate my chakra the way I should be able to.
All right, roll a check.
Since Awari was saying...
You sense that you're able to completely manipulate your chakra exactly how it should be.
Okay, now I'm going to activate my Sharingan.
All right. So you activate your Sharingan. I'm going to throw in this. So remember that Awari handed you that scroll saying that you were given a mission to keep an eye on him, and Awari had read it. But now that you're looking at with your Sharingan, you see that there's something extra on there. What a shock! Lane, on your message, you see a little bit of hidden text that's written on there that says, should you need any additional assistance, keep an eye out. There's another agent in the Land of Frost.
Okay. I'm going to deactivate my Sharingan, and since I kind of don't want to be walking around with pinwheel eyes around a place where people seem particularly not happy about anything that seems even remotely alright, I'm gonna go outside.
Alright. So you see that your room is also separated off. So like you open the door and you see like a full-on living room with a fireplace, cabinets, kitchen area, and everything.
Oh, anything particularly...
Everything still looks pretty standard.
Okay. I'm gonna step outside.
Alright. Looking around, you see that there's a bunch of houses that are all pretty much the exact same on this street.
That's disconcerting. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go to the town square.
Alright. So you also know it's roughly only 10 o'clock. So you can go there and wait. You can do whatever you want. Awari told you all meet at noon. Maybe you'll arrive early. That's, whatever you speculate.
Well, I'm just gonna go to the town square and keep an eye out on the village. Just kind of observe.
Alrighty. So yeah, you can just pretty much move there. Alright, so that's Lane, just keeping an eye open. So I'm going to say immediately you see a number of things just looking around. You see, Tier 2 housing, which seems to be kind of bigger houses. You see the Tier 3 housing, which is a building that very stands out as it's the tallest building in the city, as well as the complete largest. And then beyond that, you see like a group of people sitting around here, and you see that one of them will stand up and kind of like walk around in the center, and you see there's a lot of discussing happening.
Duck, duck, goose.
And beyond that, everyone else you see around is kind of just very calm and patient, like talking to each other and just walking by in a very professional manner.
In that case, I'm gonna go see what this circle's about.
All right, so we'll get to that here in a moment. Hira.
Okay, so was I given any information? Like, what do I need to know? Like, before I decide
So,
what I'm doing my turn, what are we
The
supposed
only
to be doing?
thing. So what you heard was that, like you were all in that final room where you sat across from the person who you faced. You all could all of a sudden hear everyone, and Awari set out to everyone, meet at Town Square at noon.
What time is it?
It's roughly 10 o'clock.
Is there a shops around?
So you step out. If you step outside, you see that there are no shops in your immediate area, at least.
Do I know anything about this town?
Nothing at all other than it lies in the land of frost.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go for a stroll. I'm gonna head up to this pond. I mean, how far can I walk? Like, it's not combat.
Just say where you're trying to go, and I'll stop you to a point where, if I think you're doing too
I'm just
much.
right over here.
Right over here? Okay. Just kind of looking around.
Yeah, just seeing if there's any shops. Did I see anything on my
So,
way?
you don't see any shops, but you see that pretty much everything between 7, 8, and 9 is different sorts of dining areas.
In my turn there. Can't think of too much to do. I'm gonna stay by the.
Jim! Can't go to you yet. Silver!
Rip. Alright, so I'm gonna take the advice that was given to me and meet up. You said it was 10 o'clock?
Yep,
Right.
roughly 10 o'clock right now.
Alright. I'm gonna go about right here. I want to check out this building right here. You can't see that.
The one right below at 10.
Yeah.
So
What'd you
you
make-
see that is another building that stands out among you. Among the other buildings. It seems to be kind of like a temple of sorts. You see that it's definitely got like big columns in the front of it, the big stairway leading up, and some very big doors that are there. And you also see 2 guards that are standing in front of those doors.
Alright. I'm gonna walk up to one of them and ask them what this building is.
This is the monument to the Sage of Light.
Can I go in?
I'm afraid not. Currently, the Sage is out doing other business. Once he is back, you are welcome to talk to him.
I thought it was just a monument.
The monument
lives
is
here?
there. It is also where it's where he spends his time resting when he needs to in the village and conducting any business.
When's he supposed to be back?
We've been given the information of 6 o'clock p.m.
Alright, I'll be back then. Maybe.
Do you have any other questions while you're right here?
Yeah, what's the difference between these houses? As far as like upper and I guess like upper class and lower class.
All the lower class residents reside in Building 3. No one is allowed to leave Building 3 unless given authorization or going to a dining hall. The only exception to this are those who are guests. As for resident buildings 2, and he kind of points this, like they'll be right past these houses right here, the tier 1. They are going to be kind of a collective housing.
So I can give authorization for a person living in building 3 to leave, right?
Yes.
Alright, that's all I need to know then. I'll be on my way.
Take care.
And I'm gonna go to this little pond right here.
All right, we're gonna have you wait
Sure.
right there. Silas. Oh, I need to roll for a worry, don't I? It's been so long since I've had my character on the board.
Do you really need to roll?
Yeah. You don't understand how much I want to intimidate you.
Rip. 1d20 plus 20. Easy.
It's not that much. Come on now.
18.
It is 19.
He's not even first in initiative order. Come on.
Rip. D20 plus 11. Modifier 9-ish. Somewhere up there.
Well, I'll have a worry go at the end here. So Silas, you can still continue.
Okay, so I want to leave the house and look up at the sky and see about what time it is.
It's roughly 10.
I'm gonna head up this way, knowing that I have some more time. What do I see?
So you see a more unique. So you see the big building of that is the 100-foot tall, blah blah blah, tier 3 resident one on your left. You see a number of buildings ahead of you as well, that are just kind of, they look to be bland buildings. You don't know exactly what they do. One building stands out to you on your right. It's the only one that actually has real color to it. It's kind of got purple stained windows, and it also has kind of like that very thin see-through cloth veiled all around it.
I want to walk over there.
And also in the distance over here, you see a crowding of people.
Ooh. So what do I do? Do I go to the crowd or do I go to the building?
I don't know. What do you do?
I'm gonna go check out the building first.
All right.
Oh, so what is this? Is this dude guardian or something?
No. So you're walking. I mean, you see, there's just a guy who's just kind of walking around.
Just shove him out of the way.
Okay. I walk up to the building and start looking kind of closer at it.
All right, and you see that the door slowly inches open.
Hello?
Yep. Do you poke your head inside?
Yes.
All right. So you hear an old voice.
Roll a reflex save.
You hear an old voice come from inside the building. It goes, "Hello."
Oh dear God. You have a beautiful house.
So thank you, darling. You see an old woman walking with a cane walks down. She herself is also covered in purple, wearing kind of like a little purple turbanish thing.
So what exactly is going on here?
Oh, what's going on here is whatever you want to know. You see, I am our seer. I see things around the world to help the Sage of Light. That is all that goes on here in my home. Here, and she gestures over to a table that has like a crystal ball on top of it. Pull up a
Hell
seat.
yeah.
What would you
Hell
like
yeah.
to see?
GG.
There are some limitations, but most in this world I can see at will. I just need to know where to look.
What do you see from my future?
The future is clouded in mystery. I see events that go on right now.
So you don't see the future, you see other things, like...
Yes. Maybe
Let's
you
see.
have a relative who's in a distant village. I could check on them, make sure that they're doing okay, see if, monitor them, just see what they're doing right now.
Interesting.
Looking for an old friend who might be lost, wherever you might need.
I'm looking for someone named Ken.
Ken, let me see here. And so you see that she kind of like does her little to the ball, and you see just it shines in an incredibly powerful white light. And she says, "Well, this is one of the few things I cannot see, but that the fact that this is giving us a light means he is somewhere inside this village.
This I know.
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you exactly where he is. Is there anything else you would like to see?"
You can look. You can look and see. I've never actually known this to be true or not. You can look and see if you can see my parents.
Your parents. Let me see what I can find. See, she kind of just goes,
Nigga, they dead.
I
You're
know.
too desperate.
and you see a clear vision in the ball this time,
Alari.
and you see 2 tombstones.
Freaking over.
As I'm
As I
sorry,
thought.
my dear. Is there anything else I would be happy to show you?
Show me.
Hagaki.
The
Shut the
meaning
fuck up.
of
So yeah, show me
being
the Geki.
lonely.
And so she does her little conjuring. At which point you see Higeki in a dark room with a man on a stone table, and you see he is bound. And you see that she is performing surgery on him. And you see just kind of, it's quiet until all of a sudden you hear kind of a bursting, and you see that the man who is on top of the table is now writhing in pain. And you see that Higeki is pulling something outside of him. And you see that there's an organ inside that she's removing. At which point she puts her hand on his mouth until he eventually gets quiet again.
Oh.
Like dead?
No, until he like passes out.
Oh,
Okay. Holy shit, that went dark.
oh, wow. Oh, snap.
You could reasonably assume that the guy might not be alive for too long, but he's not dead right there. You can tell he's still breathing faintly.
2 more, and then I'll leave you alone.
Jesus.
Yeah, you got the crystal ball.
How about Orochimaru?
Yeah.
Orochimaru. Oh, I've heard his name before. Let's see what he is up to. And at this point, you see a very clear picture ahead of you. You see...
It's the old lady.
No. So you see Orochimaru standing in a forest facing a man. This man is middle-aged and with red hair, and so they're facing each other. And at which point you see Orochimaru speaks. Hello, Gohan. At which point you see that the red-haired man speaks. He goes, Orochimaru, still alive, are you? This man is also very physically fit. You can tell he's very muscular. And at which point Orochimaru chuckles. Don't worry yourself. I'm not here to fight you. I simply have a question to ask. Now tell me, what do you know of the fatal current? At which point you see this kind of shuts Gohan up for a moment. He's a criminal, just like that treacherous Sasuke Uchiha, just like you. And yet the leaf continues to let you all keep at what you're doing. Pathetic. At this point you see Orochimaru kind of gets a very sinister smile. Yes, it is. But thanks to my assistance, Owari now has something over you. A tailed beast stronger than your own. The 7 tails. At which point you see that the man immediately gets covered in a shroud of red chakra. And he yells loudly, What? That scum has the Nanabi inside of him? When Orochimaru continues, How would you like a grudge match with him? Unlike you, he's a new Jinchuriki. He may not be as in control of the beast as you are, but I think he'd savor the chance to truly test his abilities. See, Gohan snarls back, I'll rip that scum apart. Son Goku and I will do what the leaf continues to fail to do. We'll take down that traitorous ninja. Okay, Orochimaru, I'll play. When and where? At which point you see the vision kind of fades away.
I knew it. I knew it. This motherfucker.
I was about to ask that.
You're about to ask about the 4 tails?
Can you look for specifics about people?
I can show you what they're doing right now, or if you're looking for something specific, such as an item, if you're looking for, I don't know, a shirt that your friend had lost, I could find that.
I will be going. Thank you for your time.
All right, that's Silas's turn. All right, Lane, back to you.
So what's going on with this circle of dudes?
So you're kind of walking up, and you see there are just a bunch of people. It's not just dudes, it's men and women, just the tokens. I'm not gonna fucking copy and paste multiple tokens.
Do it. Do it.
So there are a bunch of people sitting around. One stands up and starts talking, but you see they're talking about morality. So one stands up and he starts talking. It's like, but how should we handle things in case the village is attacked? We need to have guards placed. At which point another man will kind of just speak up. He goes, we cannot raise too many guards. If we increase our own defense beyond what the Sage of Light provides, it might provoke other enemies. I see there's just kind of talks like that, just morality discussions.
Well, I'll just stay and listen in for a bit.
All right. So now we're actually going to do a warrior's turn since I forgot to do that.
Just gonna walk out.
Hey, Silver. He walks out. He does not actually like that. He goes, hello. So, find anything out so far?
I guess the Sage of Light lives in that building up ahead, pointing to straight down this pathway.
Well, I take it he's not already there.
He'll be back at 6, though.
Well, at least we have something to do.
Yeah, there's apparently a building that no one can leave unless given approval by a high-ranking member. The building over there, pointing to 3. You can't see me effing ping. This happens before.
That's where Jim is. Although I thought the guests were given freedom to go wherever they want.
Not according to that guard.
The guard did say that guests can leave whenever they want.
We are guests. Yeah, never mind.
Well,
I have to live here in mine for the rest of my life.
Well, it's not 12. It's not noon yet. Let's give him some time. He might be gathering information his own way. Silas eating another human.
It wouldn't be the first time.
So Awari just kind of sits against the fountain. He goes, well, continue doing what you need to. I'm going to wait here until everyone arrives.
I'll do the same. I'll keep an eye out.
All right. Hira.
I see. I'm just head to the middle.
All right. Just going to stay and join with everyone.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Do I know Awari because of the?
Yeah,
No.
you saw him in the fight. You're aware of the situation surrounding him, involving the village, the political drama, the destruction of the waterfall. You're familiar with it.
Awari. Kind of just nod my head.
Hira.
Silver, how you been?
Good.
And all of a sudden, from the corner, Donkey!
Anything else from you, Hira?
No, that's really all I'm doing. I'm just waiting.
All right, Silver, you're just chilling?
Yeah.
All right, Silas?
I'm gonna go get a piece of cake.
I'm gonna start heading down this way, and then I'll look down that street to see what's going on.
And you see that there are just a bunch of people sitting in front of a stone building. A small stone building.
I'm gonna walk up, stand behind these people, and look over the top of them because they're so short.
I mean, they're all sitting, so.
Oh, good.
Okay. So you start hearing a voice. So looking a little bit closer now, you see that you're looking inside of a jail cell. So like this is a little stone building, but there's metal bars that are going down in one side of it.
Jim, is that you?
But you can't see anything inside you as you're still approaching, but you do start hearing something. And this voice sounds kind of familiar to you.
Ken.
Because there we were, 4 ninja against 8, unable to retreat. So we did what we had to and began to fight. We all dashed after 2 different targets. I raised both my swords and slashed at once with all my might, but he was incredibly fast and dodged every blow. I turned to the second one and dodged his punch. The sheer force caused a shockwave when it was thrown. So I turned the tides on him. I challenged him, gesturing, "Come at me," with my hand. He threw another punch at me and I drove my sword back at him. You see the crowd kind of breathes in with anticipation. And then his punch and my sword clashed, but I miscalculated. His punch destroyed my sword, running it through, without him even feeling as though the sword was there. So I knew I had to change my tactics again. I drew my third sword, this one glowing with a purple sheen. I raised it to the sky and thunder cracked outside. The 2 ninja readied themselves and charged at me. I knew my next attack couldn't take them both out, but if I could even take one down, then it meant my team had a greater chance of survival. So, facing death, I readied my sword and charged back at them. And as soon as I did, 2 blazing kunai launched past me, piercing both of them in the heart. I whipped my head back and saw it was my team leader, Rook. I also saw the other 6 ninja, all of them with the same wound. Remember what I said earlier, everyone, that Rook wasn't the greatest fighter? He was subpar compared to even me. I don't know how he does it, but when his back's against the wall, he was able to muster some incredible power. He even saved the fatal current of the leaf and Regekko, the genius drunk. You see, there's kind of some chuckles as well as some shock and awe among the crowd. Wow. You see, the person starts having... I don't know if I'd be alive today if it wasn't for Rook, and he's done so much for me. Give me a home, trusted me, saved my life. I really think you'd all like him. So now you're there, you're able to seeing everything, and you do recognize Ken inside the cell. And you see Ken, he kind of looks, and you walk up, he kind of immediately has his eye drawn to you, and he goes, Silas! Hey! What the hell are you doing here? Oh, wait, 1 second. Everyone, this big fellow is the ninja I told you about, the one who literally saved me from myself.
The legends are true. He is a giant.
Yeah, you like that joke, Silver?
Oh my gosh. How did you integrate this into this? When did you do this?
Literally saved me from myself. That's
You gonna minus 1 spirit die for that one?
GG. I'll give you my spirit die. I haven't even earned it yet.
So you see the crowd kind of looks at you now, Silas, kind of look both the shock of awe and just like, whoa, he's big, and like excitement's like, oh wow. At which point Kent speaks up again and goes, now would you all mind leaving us? I think that we have a lot to talk about privately. See the crowd all kind of nods their heads and disperses.
Ken.
Silas.
What are you doing here?
Seeing the sights. Roman.
It looks like it. I look at the jail cell. Is he in the cell?
Sorry, yeah, I'm going to do that right now.
I love little children.
And so yeah, it kind of laughs about that, and he starts continuing. He's like, all right, well, but in all seriousness, I'm sure you're aware of my mission. Since you're still alive and you came to the land of Frost, I'd imagine you were dispatched to help me.
Well, Ken, it's hard to kill me.
I was like, yeah, that's true. But whatever it is that we're facing, I'm pretty sure can do it with no real trouble. You see, I'm in this jail to protect me. I came here looking for a special urn that accepts chakra easily. That's the special item I was tasked to find. It's intended to help seal the target, that black entity, into it. But I wasn't able to find it in time. And the fact that you're here leads me to believe that the village is all right, right?
I seem to be okay.
Well, that's good.
Does this place seem a little off to you?
Kind of. I mean, the people are all plenty nice, though. Yeah, I've got my own regular rations, but if I just ask someone to bring me food, they do.
It just feels like we're trapped in here, kind of.
Oh, well, it's for our protection. See, the Sage of Light, I've talked to him myself. He kind of puts a barrier around the entire place. It restricts teleportation in and out of the village, as well as it stops that dark entity from getting in, as well as any of his minions or anything like that. But anyway, back on to what I was saying. Since I wasn't able to find it in time, well, the Sage of Light said he'd help me get the urn. So I believe that's what he's still doing right now.
So I guess you could say you haven't earned it yet?
Rip. Too many puns.
-1 spirit die.
See these?
It's worth it.
And so he kind of knocks on the cell. And he goes, so this jail cell right here has a special barrier on it in case a dark spawn attacks. Just in case something does manage to get through the barrier in the Sage's absence, I'll still have an additional layer of protection in case that thing tries to get me and take me down before I can stop it.
Well, we have been sent to look for you. And here you are. We've also been sent to get you, to retrieve you, and to retrieve this man you're talking about.
The Sage of Light? I don't think he's going to quite go so willingly.
I didn't think so either. But Awari's here.
Awari? So is he a friend or a foe?
He's friend.
Well, that's good to hear.
So you'll be staying in here then?
For the moment, yeah. I don't want to break any of the rules around this place. They've been good to me.
Okay. Ken, one more thing before I have to actually go soon. I look up at the sky. One more thing before I leave. This is off topic a little bit. It's more for me, if anything. You're good at seals, right?
Yeah.
Are you good at breaking them?
It depends on the kind of seal, but I'm pretty well versed in Funjutsu.
I may call on you one day.
Okay.
I'm looking for an item, and I know that it is sealed off.
Do you know where it is? You
It's
know what kind
buried.
of seal it might be?
I don't know what kind of seal it is. I do know that it is buried with its owner.
Do you know where that is?
It is the Naruto Bridge.
'Cause you don't seem quite confident in saying that. You should go over and stop by the seer. She's pretty good at locating things. You can get a good look at it. If you can tell me what kind of barrier it is, I might even be able to give you the information you need right now.
Oh, yeah, she could tell me what kind of barrier it was. Well, I'll head back over there. Thanks, Ken. Good advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll head back over there, and that'll be my turn.
All right. So the team's still waiting in town square, hitting roughly 11:30 at this point.
Looking at our watches, looking around.
What watches? There's no watches.
I mean,
You look at the
sundial.
sky, boy.
I got a sundial though.
What the fuck? on your wrist, you hold it perfectly
Yeah.
straight.
Your wrist sundial.
Aha. Whatever.
GG.
Yeah, like from Hercules, the movie.
Okay? Do a read check. Roll a 1. I don't know what it says. So Lane's turn.
No, well, Lane, are you still doing anything other than just sitting and waiting?
No, I was just gonna walk back over to the fountain since I see everybody's starting to.
Form up. All right. You chilling at the fountain? Or kind of smiles at you and nods his head.
I'm just gonna glare at him.
He kind of chuckles to himself. So just gonna go back to Silas real quick and finish this up here. So you're at the Seer's place.
I walk in again. Hey, I have one more question.
And he goes, welcome back. What is it that you would like to see?
Of course
I
you
would
have
like
another
to
question.
see.
It was foretold.
It was foretold. I saw you coming back. No, I'd like to. You said you could look up items. I'd like to locate the Executioner's blade.
Let's look into the crystal ball. So you see that there are two kind of like, so there are two little clumps of dirt that you see have kind of like dead flowers scattered among them, and also with two wooden crosses marking a tombstone, or a grave. And you see in front of one of them, you see a blade that is stabbed into the ground. And you see around it are two separate seals. And she goes, I can't see exactly what it is, but something is covering that blade. And you kind of see like a level of purple energy surrounding it. And so basically the way you see it is you see that there's kind of like a purple like energy shield going around it. That there's a seal on the inside of the shield.
Those are seals.
And you also see that there's another seal directly on the sword.
But what is the seal on the sword?
Yes, they're barrier seals of some sort, but I'm afraid I'm not well versed enough beyond that.
Liar.
Okay, thank you
Hit
for your
her up by her
time.
throat. Force her to tell you.
That helps me tremendously. Thank you.
Mhm. Good luck, darling.
Thank you. I'm gonna head back to Kim real quick. Tell him about what I saw. Purple, and there's another one on the inside.
So he kind of ponders for a moment. He goes, "Well, that sounds like a standard barrier seal. The other one, I don't know. Without being able to clearly see the markings inside of it, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what it is.
We couldn't
As
see
for
that.
as for the barrier seal, you'd have to get inside to do it. It's possible it's just covering it above ground, but if it is going deeper, and if something like that is if a sword like that is in public view, I'd imagine it must be more complicated. You might have to find someone who's a space-time specialist, see if they can get to the other side of that seal and remove it."
Huh. I think I might know somebody. Shut up, Jim. You do too know. Don't lie to me. You said you'd help me, son. You said.
Yeah, I know what's gonna happen to me. That Jim. Oh, well.
I promise I won't let you die.
I can break the seal for you.
I'm gonna take
Don't you have to touch it?
I'm probably gonna take all three of you.
I mean, I can touch it too and break it, but I'm going to die.
I mean, I have chakra burn, if that's what it takes.
No, you have
I
to
don't
like,
think
break
so I gonna die.
You have to have locking seal release.
All right, let's get to Jim a little bit here.
Yay!
All right, why? Oh, I'm in the GM layer. That's why I can't fucking click Silas. There we go. All right, so Jim, you have descended into the mines, looking around. You've been given the pickaxe, and you see that there's a man there who kind of looks big and tough waiting for you. He goes, "So you're the fresh meat, huh?"
I'm just gonna look at him and go, so what are we mining here?
He goes, "We're mining whatever we're told to mine. Since you're fresh meat, you'll be going into mine number 1, iron."
Well, how many other miners do we have?
We've got 4.
Well, can I know what each one mines?
You're a guest. I feel no liberty to tell you that. Tell you what, you do a good haul, you mine up a good amount of iron. I'll even show you what it is, so long as you get enough to meet my satisfaction.
Well, how much is your satisfaction? 200, 300 pounds?
And that goes, "Tell you what, do everything you can and come back when you think it's good."
Okay.
I know what Jim's
So
getting
what-
for his birthday. A swift
What-
kick in
what-
the ass.
What do I need to roll?
So you're gonna go start mining.
Yeah, I'm gonna start mining.
All right. So you start mining. You're putting in, hours go by. You eventually have gathered enough iron that you think to yourself, "All right, I'm confident with this."
I get to like a good 100-something pounds of just iron. I'm like, God
Yeah,
damn.
sure.
Well, I'm gonna go back to this motherfucker.
All right. No, sorry, I completely skipped over something else that I was supposed to say in there. So while you're mining for the iron, you're kind of like to the point where it's like, all right, I'm just gonna do a little bit more, and then I'm gonna be able to be good with this, get to that 100th pound. At which point you kind of slam your pickaxe into the wall, and a light kind of shines out at you.
What? The fuck?
Oh.
You gotta keep mining.
I mean, I'm gonna mine. Yeah, I'm gonna keep mining. I'm gonna keep mining and get out this light.
All right, so you start mining, and you see that there's something in there that's kind of like a light gem, like a gem that is giving off light.
What the fuck? So are there people near me?
They're kind of around, but they're at different walls. No one's really paying attention to you.
I'm gonna try to get this gem. And I'm gonna stick it in my pants.
Okay.
Do my pants
And-
light up with this?
No, the light's not strong
Your
enough to
dick
shine
is
through the
glowing.
pants. You know, you're not gonna want to like strut your stuff and like stretch out your pants and slam them back in, but like slap them back in. But it's you feel like you're confident that it won't shine through.
All right. Well, fucking goddamn. Now I'm
All
gonna
right.
go back to this guy.
Okay. So you go back to the guy and he looks at it and goes, "Well, I'll admit, you might be a rookie, but I'm impressed. All right, let's show you what we've got here." And he starts going like, "So you are in mine 1, iron. This is mine 2, iron. This is mine 3, iron. This is mine 4." And so he kind of pauses at this one. And this is where we mine Raitore.
Well, what's right, Tori?
Yeah, ever since the Sage of Light did what he did to the village, it's kind of converted a few of the minerals inside the ground into some kind of glowing light gem. We need to gather them and give them back to the Sage of Light because they hold an incredible amount of power inside them. This is the mine you won't be allowed in until you prove your worth.
Well, how would I prove my worth?
You got to prove that you are, in fact, an incredibly good person. You could become a second-tier citizen. You could work here for a while and become a trustee.
He fucking laughs.
Huh. Well, guess I'm gonna have to become a trustee because there's no way I'm gonna become a second-tier citizen. I'm not staying around that long.
Yeah. I don't know if you quite understand what I mean when I say a trustee. That means you go 10 years remaining a tier 3 citizen with no trouble.
Well, then I guess I'm not gonna become a trustee.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So at this point, you kind of like feel a rumble happen, and you can tell it's kind of be coming down the fourth mine. And the guy kind of like turns and looks at it. He goes, "What the hell?"
Well, since I have an Earth affinity. Do I have a tremor sense to know if that was a cave-in or not?
What kind of what's your race?
Human.
Just base human, not human Earth.
Human Earth.
You are human Earth.
Yeah, I am human Earth.
Okay, so you do have tremor sense. So you can tell it wasn't a cave-in, but it definitely seems like there's some like a wall that there's something that happened.
Well,
That's
so
very
it's not cave-in, but like something that exploded or some shit.
It seems like there's just kind of like a. It's not something that happened directly from the Earth. It's not a cave-in. It wasn't just like everything falling in. You feel that there was an explosion that happened.
Oh shit! I'm gonna look at him and go, I think they hit a methane pocket. We need to go down there.
The guy kind of looks at you nervously, and he kind of goes, "Damn it! Come with me."
Ah yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
And so you two are going down into the mine. At which point, you kind of see the incident that happened. You see a bunch of miners that are unconscious, and one who's kind of on the ground coughing. You see the guy who's with you. He kind of goes, "What happened here?" And the guy starts talking. He goes, "I don't know. When we were mining the right Torre, and all of a sudden one of them seemed to like it was corrupted. Some darkness inside of it. I don't know. It was the trustee. It seemed as though he was trying to take it or something, keep it away from everyone else. He was caught. Saito here caught him. He talked to him about it, saying, that wasn't right. But the guy said he's been here too long. He needs a miracle to get him out. I don't know. The gem then exploded."
Well, I'm gonna think to myself, Whoops.
So at this point, you feel a burning sensation in your crotch.
God.
Should see a doctor.
And then all of a sudden, you feel an incredible headache. And a vision occurs. A series of visions.
Are they
You
also
see-
Hideki?
So, you see that you are lying in your bed, and all of a sudden you see a smile appear above you. And your character knows this smile. You recognize that to be Ken, but a little bit younger. Then the vision flickers. It flickers into something else. And you see you were talking to a cultist about some entity called Joshin. And then it kind of flickers ahead again. And you see it's kind of flickering through a bunch of dark events that Kozakai himself committed. Until eventually it gets to the final one where Kozakai is with Joshin readying himself for the fight. And then your headache fades. You return to reality. That man who's next to you goes, What the hell's wrong with you? You okay? And then you hear a... And you look to your left, and you see that there's something there. An entirely black creature that is kind of like a werewolf, like man and wolf, but like bigger, more muscular. And you see it is drooling like some sort of black liquid, and it is staring at you specifically.
Nah, man, nah, come on.
Have fun.
And now you hear an incredible... So it kind of opens its mouth, and it lets out an incredible roar. Roll a will save.
God damn it, Kozakai. You gotta fuck me like this. I'm you, bro. Let's not do this.
You're wrecked, nerd.
Oh, I didn't tell you about this a little bit here. When when Jim and Silver both saw like Owari for the first time, they had like a vision flicker in their head of of a moment with Owari, like a very influential moment. So like Silver saw Shiro being cut down.
Did I see
Adam,
anything?
really just...
No, you didn't see anything. It was only Silver and Jim.
Adam, get the scripted too.
And there's a reason behind that. Believe it or not.
GM bullshit.
More than GM bullshit.
It's magic.
So is
As
Silas
I
back?
said, there's a lot that has happened that has been planned. Oh yes, Us is back.
I just can't see his video. So
All right, so Jim, what does that yell do? We'll get back to that in a second because we're coming back to the main team.
Oh, fucking Kozakai, bro.
So Silas, you gonna return to the fountain?
so Connor, be real with me.
Uh-huh.
Are they Horcruxes,
They're not Horcruxes.
bruh?
Kind of like.
All right, so I'll be a little more real with you. In a way, they are Horcruxes, but not in the Vision way.
Called it. You saw it here first. Hot Swappable Gaming.
GG.
Pretty sure we saw it here first on Harry Potter, but
No.
Jim and
we did it
Silver
first.
are not in.
So Silas, you gonna go back to the village or go back to the fountain?
So I see all these people on the street now.
Come
Yeah,
I
here.
just
see,
walk
I
around.
see Jim. Hi, Jim.
See Jim?
Jim's in a mine.
I see his picture.
It's just black for me.
GG.
I see him. He's chewing.
I'm not chewing.
Okay, we're good. We're going. We're recording. Welcome back. Technical difficulties. All right. So you walk up and you see Red 13.
Red 13. They have you captured. I will release you soon, boy. Just stay patient.
So Silver, you walking up to check the other cells as well?
Yeah.
Cool.
As you walk up, you see Red 13 and a flashback occurs.
So as you walk up, you walk by this cell right here. you see that the man who's leaning there immediately grabs your arm.
What the?
And you all of a sudden have a pounding headache and you see a vision. You see that you're in a dark room inside of it's like a stone room, and you see a big man ahead of you with glowing red eyes. And you see that he's like holding his arms out, and he's saying like, "I challenge you. Prove which one of us is the strongest of our clan." And you go out and you grab his arms, and you feel your energy being drained from you.
What the heck?
And then the vision ends, and you return to reality, and your headache's gone. And the guy just kind of like looks at you really weird. He's like, "You okay there, buddy? I didn't mean to give you a heart attack by grabbing your arm."
Yeah, I'm fine. What? Why are you grabbing me?
He
Shake my arm
he
loose.
kind of pulls you in, and he goes, "I don't know what it is, but something's familiar about you. Who are you?"
I'm Silver. That's all. I don't know who you are.
"You're a monk."
Well, I was. Yeah.
He kind of so he lets you go if you hadn't already.
I was just like shaking my arm loose.
He just kind of smiles a little bit. He goes, "Listen." So is everyone here now, like around the cell?
Like this guy still.
Just kind of in the area. I'm gonna say you
Yeah,
guys
we're
saw, you talked to Red 13, you came back. So he kind of just goes, "Now, listen. Whatever you all do, don't trust the people here. I tried to rebel and leave, and they attacked me as though they were a pack of zombies. Every goddamn citizen. Now realize something. Where are the kids? You seen one since you've been here?"
You got a good point. I haven't. None that I can recall.
"How about the ninja? This is the land of Frost, home of the Frost Ninja. This was the site of the Fourth Great Ninja War. Where are they?"
We definitely know something's fishy's going on here.
This isn't real. None of it is.
Yeah, he looks at you and goes, "This isn't real. What the fuck are you on about?"
Yeah, I think they're putting these thoughts in our heads. I haven't felt right since I've been here.
So he pulls you and he goes, come a little closer here."
Okay.
You're gonna smack.
I got a picture.
So you kind of walk up to the bars. He reaches his hand out and he slaps you across the face.
And
Does that feel fake to you? That feel like someone's putting it into your goddamn mind?
I don't know. Try again.
So the guy does it. He puts out his hand. He slaps you.
You must be weak. You need some food.
The guy looks at you. He kind of laughs. He goes, "You're lucky these bars are between us and that I don't have my stuff on me.
Oh.
I'd kill you like the little insignificant ant you are.
So that must be why you're in here.
I'm a murderer. So what?"
I think we've heard enough.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably don't want to know the only way that I know how to get out of the village then, do you?
You think you're the only one that's murdered someone?
You think you're the only one who's murdered a child? Sorry, you think that I think... Sorry, I completely misspoke on the way I meant to that. So you
Never
think that
again.
you're the only one here who has murdered someone? I've murdered a child.
I've murdered families.
You slaughter infants in their mother's arms. You chase children so that way you can kill them in front of their family. You make them scream and watch as you do it all.
I wouldn't know
I'm here
the whole
for a
village is
reason.
dead.
Yeah, the guy just kind of glares at you. He goes, "You're Silas. Silas the Giant. A hero among ninja and a terrorist among men.
That's what they say.
Surprised that
This
the
is pretty
sage didn't
great.
put you in here just like I did."
This is a pretty great dick measuring contest, but can we get to the point?
It really is.
So he kind of looks at you and he goes,
Can I turn around and give Lance 5?
You gonna read my health too?
That happens every time, dude.
So the guy just kind of looks at you, Lane, and he goes, and yet ironically, this girl here's probably got the biggest dick out of both of us. Now then. Now then, let's take a look here. You... I completely scrolled over from my note. You are here like the sack of dumb puppies that you are. Herded in for a purpose. I want to get out of here. I say we go as fast as possible to get someone out. Hell, at least just get me out. I want this village to be done for. I want the truth to be known so that way I can come back here and kill the Sage of Light myself.
So where's this so-called exit? Anyway.
Yes.
Granted,
See,
we actually take it.
I can't break out of these bars. You can break me out of these bars. Break me out, I'll take you to it. We can go together, or I can say la vie to y'all, and goodbye, go fuck yourselves. Whatever the fuck you want.
What reason do we have to trust you, then?
You don't have a reason to trust me, but do you have a reason to trust the people here more?
The people here haven't done anything wrong to us so far. You, on the other hand, have threatened to kill me already.
Haven't done anything wrong? Haven't done anything wrong. Where's your stuff? You don't look like a third-class citizen to me. Yeah, you got your outfit on, but I see that you're completely blank of anything else on you. You don't have your sword, don't have any items, don't have any tools.
I pull out my kunai.
Hey, you pull out your kunai. He goes, that's great. You're a third-class citizen. He ain't. I can tell.
I'm
It
not
shows up
third.
on his face. You have anyone else? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you are, aren't you?
I'm a first class.
Yeah, sorry, you're a first-tier citizen. Because you're a first-tier citizen. But what? Any of you in the third-class tier?
I don't think he's here right now.
He's not here right now. So you do have one. And where is he now? Did you all meet up somewhere?
We were supposed to.
And where was he?
We don't know.
And why don't you know? Because this place isn't to be trusted. I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm just asking you to help me, help you, help me. I'm doing this for me, not for you. So if you can't trust anything else I'm saying, trust my desire to help myself.
Are you from Brooklyn?
I'm from wherever the fuck I want to be.
Red 13 nods her head or his head in agreement.
Makes a solid point there.
Your name wouldn't happen to be Joey, would it?
I was just about to make that joke.
No, my name is not Joey.
What is your name?
Joey Wheeler.
My name's Tristan.
GG. What the?
That's funny. Is it really?
Sure, why not?
It is now. As Connor updates his page.
GG.
What's happened? So the guy, he kind of reaches his hands out and he goes, now. Or he reaches one hand out and he holds it like in a handshake for a pose. And he goes, how about we help each other, or if nothing else, you help me. If you're a first-tier citizen, why the hell not? You're supposed to be a good person, right?
I don't
I
know.
don't think it has much to do with it. What do you say, though, Silas?
Can I talk to Awari kind of like on the side?
Yeah. Oh, he's showing him back, watching everything.
I
unfold.
want to ask him, what do you think?
So he kind of turns and goes, something's definitely not right here. If we have a way to escape, it's not something that we should dismiss out of hand. That said, I don't trust this guy. Not in the slightest.
Here, I don't trust him.
Well, you can
I just
always
think-
trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. It's the honest ones you gotta watch out for.
You're wrong.
I'm gonna laugh a little bit, like, well, insulting the team leader probably wasn't the best thing you could have done.
The guy goes, did I throw the first insult or did you throw the first insult? I told your dog to shut up, but you came back at me. I didn't know it was your dog.
I asked you.
How the fuck was I supposed to know?
I asked you a question.
No. You can't spin this around on me. I know the truth. You know the truth. How about we just fucking call it in the middle?
does seem like he wants to get out of here.
As I do. More than anything else, I have been here for 4 months. Do you know how mind-numbing it is to have these goddamn cretins come up to me and be like, oh, hey, we're here to help you. We're here to save your soul. Help you try and become an actual citizen of the place instead of a prisoner. It's just like, all I have to do is just every single day, just fuck off. Fuck you. Just let me out. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be place of your perfect fucking society.
I have a metagaming question.
Yeah.
Do I know that Hera can tell like chakra levels and health and stuff?
No.
Too bad.
Could have came in handy, yeah.
But I do know that Lane is able to do stuff with her Sharingan.
Gotta tell her to burn him alive.
No, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask her to.
Fuck him up.
I'm gonna ask her to look at him and see if she notices anything strange.
Okay. Activate my Sharingan. Look at the dude.
All right, roll a spot check.
Oh. I have to
You roll a
actually
1, you
up-
look right past him, you see nothing.
Shit, look up my thing.
Legolas, what's your L5C?
A 32.
So you see that he has nothing that's exactly to raise alarm about. You know, he definitely seems powerful, as though he means the stories of him killing children because he's got a chakra level that's higher than average. But it doesn't even seem to be as high as Silas's, as Silver's, or yours.
Well,
It doesn't even seem to be close to a Wari's.
What do you see?
nothing in particular. It's not like it doesn't have any strange chakra or anything. It's slightly stronger than the average person, but it's certainly not on par with a ninja.
So he's kind of looking at this, and he looks at you with the eyes and says, "That's the Sharingan. You're that little lame bitch, ain't you?
Rip.
Hey, you're the girl who attacked the Leaf Village. Hey, or not help attack the who helped the Leaf Village, who left the Arraigned Village to go for them. How's that? Oh man, fuck that place, right? God damn, I hate that leader. The guy tried to fucking wrong me in a deal.
The heck is this guy? How does he know so much about us?
You gonna say that?
Yeah.
I don't
The guy kind of turns to you and is like, because I'm well versed. Sure, I might not be as strong as Mr. Giant over there. I might not be as naturally gifted as the Uchiha girl. But you ain't even in Uchiha, right? The legends I heard are true, right?
Who are you?
You ain't in Uchiha, right? How the heck you got the Sharingan? Are you in Uchiha?
Yes.
Well, then there's that. All right, so
Who are
I
you?
am well versed. I study. I know my stuff. If I go in to attack to attack a village or to attack a person, I know my stuff about them. And after everything that's happened with the Wari, with him betraying the village, he's like, I know that's you back there. With everything that's happening with him attacking the village, I knew I might encounter him. I needed to study up on him and study up on everyone around him to make sure that I wouldn't fucking die.
Alright. Well, where are you from? Tristan, right?
Tristan, yes. I've come from the land of wind. I was born in a small little village outside of the Sunagakure, outside of the Hidden Sand Village.
How did you get stuck in here in the first place?
I came here to assassinate the Sage of Light. I miscalculated because of the barrier. He detected my entrance, and he came down on me.
Received a
I
mission
miscalculated.
I received a mission from your village.
No. I received a hit. I'm not particularly a high class of citizen among the ninja, but I'm what you need to escape this place.
Alright. What's up to you, Silas?
I feel like we need to go look for Jim first. Maybe we'll come back and see you.
So at this point, you all hear a very loud, piercing yell.
Ah.
Kind of just sounds like a The guy just kind of looks around and goes, all right, well, I don't want to alarm anyone, but if your friend Jim is that third-class citizen, I'm pretty sure that yell came from the building he's in. So tell you what, we'll make a deal here. You go and help your friend. Then you come back here, set me free, and I will show you to the weakness in the barrier that we can get through without being detected.
Maybe. We'll see.
Consider it.
Yeah, just kind of sits back in his chair and just kind of hear rumbling say, I want to do is fucking get out of here. I just want to goddamn.
As we're walking towards the third building, I want to say to the group, I don't know if we should leave. Ken is here looking for something. He hasn't found it yet. The Mage of Light said that he was going to help him. Kim seems to believe it.
Ken's also happy sitting in a jail cell. I don't think we can really trust his own opinion on this.
Owari chimes into this. He goes, I agree with Lane.
Well, I don't see a way. We're not going to leave Ken here, and I don't see a way to get Ken out. He's heavily He's protected by a. Apparently, he's protected, and we're not able to get him out.
Is he actually protected, or does he just think that?
I don't know. Let me find out. Let me have to roll this damage here. So I put my hand like this, and I put it like I'm going to put it in between the bars.
Your hand goes through the bars.
I grab the bar, and I do a strength check to rip it out.
Roll a strength check.
No more ones. Those are forbidden here.
Well,
with Herculean strength, you rip the bar right out of its spot.
There's pieces of wall still attached to it.
Ken just kind of looks at you like, dude, I literally said I didn't want to break the rules here.
We're not breaking the rules. I'm showing you there was no barrier. You were not being protected. You were being held.
There's a barrier here. Just because it's not something that you can see doesn't mean it's not a barrier.
Then why was
It's
I
not
able
meant
to
to
get
protect me
through it?
from... Because it's not meant to protect me from everything, just the spawn of the dark.
How do you know this isn't just a bunch of crap? How long you been inside this jail cell?
I don't know. 3 weeks?
Man, 3 weeks? You were under their spell, man. We gotta get you out of here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look in there and
Listen.
slap him around a little bit.
He goes, listen. He'll be back with the urn tonight. Wait for night, wait to talk to him, and then you'll see. I don't even know how you'd even begin to go through that, but fine, if it makes you happy.
Hey, son, I think our best shot is probably before the guy gets back, though. He's back at 6 o'clock tonight.
We need to go find out what's going on in that building first. A gym is obviously in there.
Alright.
So I pick up the jail cell and I kind of like puzzle it back in there.
Just lay it on the side.
Just lean it up against it. All right, so I guess we head over to the building.
All right, so you go into the building. You don't have to move the characters at all right now. You go into the building, and you see that there's kind of a crowd of people. Like, you see the terrible living conditions and the fact that it's all bunk beds, people crammed in cramped spaces. And then you also see a little tunnel entrance where a bunch of people have crowded around.
I walk up to the people. What's going on here?
We don't know. There was a cave-in, maybe? We heard an incredible roar from that. Our person who's regularly there to guard is missing from his post. I don't know. Wait, you're one of those guests that are here, right?
Yes.
The other guest was with him when our last witness saw him going deeper into the mines. You might, if you're able to defend yourself, you might want to go check on him.
I have no gun. I have no weapon. I have no fucking. Okay, I have my fist. Let's go. And my teeth.
GG. All right, let's roll.
All right, so y'all follow in.
Yes.
So you run in, and you definitely see like there's some adjusted rubble down one of the mining caves in particular. So you kind of go follow that one. And you go inside, and you see there's kind of like gems that are kind of shimmering with light occasionally on the wall, just like kind of poking out. And in the distance, you see that there's Jim clutching his ears, completely. He seems to just like kind of be completely like, what the hell?
GG.
Well, here we go.
And you also see,
Zombie bear. I knew it.
you see, entity.
Zombie bear. I knew it.
You see that same werewolfish looking-ish thing that I just explained before. And so, Jim, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So you kind of like you're able to start hearing things again. Your ears are ringing. You're just like
Mother fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna kill you.
Let's drag the other guy in here.
Is he
Damn it.
deaf?
Damn it! My fucking shit didn't save again.
Like, does he become deaf where he can't hear?
You test
Right now, my ears are ringing, and so I'm kind of deaf, but I can hear. You have to shout though.
And I can tell he's hurting, like, right?
Until he's like clutching ears. You're just like
I'm gonna walk up and touch Jim. I'm using eyes and ears disorder.
Okay, you can tell that he is currently deafened.
All right. Well, it removes deafness.
Oh, okay. If you just want to roast it. Okay, yeah. So your ears kind of ring for another moment, and it kind of completely fades as you kind of come back to reality and see that Hira and your team is behind you.
I'm gonna. All right. Is my dick still on fire?
I can't feel that.
Are you gonna say that, or are you gonna look down?
I'm not like this.
I don't have a skill for that.
This is a GM question.
He can't. He can't.
Oh. So you feel as though your crotch is still burning, yes.
So I'm gonna reach in my pants and grab the goddamn gem.
Okay, so you grab the gem, and now your hand's burning a little bit, and you see that the gem is now entirely black.
Snap.
Can I crush this thing?
You can try.
What is this
Right.
gym?
So you want to try to crush it?
All right, I'm gonna try to crush it.
All right, you got to try to crush it. Don't have to roll check or anything. You notice that you cannot break this thing no matter how hard you're trying.
Not even with my fucking pickaxe.
No. This thing seems to be pretty solid.
I'm gonna look at anyone. I'm gonna look back and go. Can anyone break this?
I believe I can.
I'm gonna
So-
hand it over to Silas.
All right, you hand it to Silas. Silas, you go to break it, and nothing happens. As hard as you can, it doesn't budge.
It is unbreakable.
So at this point, the creature that is in the distance, it kind of growls and it starts charging ahead.
Can I throw the gem at the creature?
Sure.
I throw the gem at the
So-
creature.
As a reflex, you throw the gem at the creature, and it literally just goes right through the creature, as though the creature like pretty much wasn't there. It just falls onto the ground right behind it.
Son of a bitch.
And the creature kind of like raises its right arm, and it slams the guy who was with you, Jim, into the wall, knocking him out immediately.
That's huh.
And we enter combat.
Hey.
Son of a bitch.
So Lane, you're up first.
I'm gonna use fireball. Fireball jutsu.
All right.
I just need to see how high I can. Do this.
If it's a 10-foot burst radius, realize that Jim will be in the radius, as will you.
Is it a reflex
It's a
save?
cone.
Okay, the cone.
Yeah.
All right, so you roll it at the bear, and the bear is going to get a reflex save. So, what is the rank of that technique?
Not very high.
Is that the rank 3 one?
Yes.
All right, so that is 12 plus your dexterity modifier is what it has to beat. What's your dex mod?
5. So he needs to be
So
17.
17. And so it beats it, taking half the damage, avoiding most of the blaze. You see, the fire has definitely affected it.
Good.
Now it's Awari's turn.
Here comes the one shot, boys.
And... Ooh, I don't know if I have the stats for his weapon drawn out. What the fuck is that crunching in the background?
Not me.
Yeah.
Sounds like ice chips.
No, it's crazy hot.
You know, when you
Oh,
when you put water on some chips and you throw it in the freezer.
I've never done that.
Ice chips.
I'm not going to do that because that makes soggy chips.
Not that completely frozen.
So he's going to use his lightning speed to get right behind the bear. As he draws his Baronsu blade. Actually, I guess he has to unseal it first. Which, all right, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to do an electrical discharge technique.
Zap, zap, zap.
Although, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to do stun gun. Basic. Super basic. And so let's see if he's going to hit the creature. Hey, do you think it's going to hit?
No. I mean, he's going to land the attack, but he's going to go through it.
Oh!
GG.
Doesn't crit.
There's no reason to believe otherwise.
It's been a while since I looked at that technique. All right, now let's roll for damage. Yes! Maximum damage.
GG.
Two damage.
It does 1d2 points of electricity damage. And now the creature has to make a fortitude save, which it is completely immune to. So Wari just kind of pulls his hand back and goes, all right, well, this thing can't be stunned.
But can it be choked?
And that is Awari's turn. Next up is the bear. And
Was
see,
it a
it kind of
bear
like
or was it a werewolf?
it's just a token of a bear. It's actually the werewolf kind of thing. The creature itself is not anything that exists in regular reality.
It's a werebear.
It's a werebear.
I believe it's called a man bear pig.
Yep, you're right. That is the
And
official
so
classification.
since Awari teleported behind it and pretty much did enough damage for it to not give a shit, it's not going to fight Awari.
They get burned a little bit.
It senses an attraction to you, Jim. It jumps forward, lunging
God,
with its mouth open at you.
God damn it.
So, what's your defense?
My defense currently is 25.
It misses.
Holy shit.
You're able to dodge out of the way. And that is it for its turn. Silva.
Wait,
No,
wait.
so I skipped way ahead. Hira.
I got a question though.
What?
I'm not wearing any of my gear, right?
Right.
Son of a bitch.
Rip.
What does that give me?
Nothing.
Oh, how much defense do you have from your clothes?
2. So.
That's a hit!
Rip.
So the bite, you take... Alright, not too bad. Oh, I forgot to add the +5. You take 6 points of damage.
Son of a bitch.
You also need to make a fortitude save.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some poison involved here.
Come on.
The good thing I'm here.
Rip.
I know poison stuff.
You also seem to think that he has a pretty mouth.
We'll shoot, he does. All right, you fail the fortitude save.
Obviously.
So you take an additional little bit of damage. Roll a 1d, or I'll roll a 1d3.
Wait, you know what? Fuck it. Spirit dice. I've got 2 now.
All right.
God damn it.
Would you like to use the other one?
Yeah,
Don't
fuck
do
it.
it.
We're not.
Don't do it.
Alright,
No.
fine, I won't do it. I won't do it.
All right, so let's roll 1d3. You take this damage for 2 turns. You take 9 more points of damage.
Best spirit die ever.
So you've taken a total of 15 points of damage.
Fucking goddamn it. Why'd you do that for me?
Because I didn't see you just after the first time, so I wasn't sure if you were going to.
I was going to. I was going over to it. I was masturbating currently. Jesus.
Shit, that's Jesus.
Yeah. Share it with you.
All right, so Hira, you're now up.
Jeez.
Alrighty. So can I tell that he's been poisoned?
You definitely seem like he kind of reacted, even though the bear removed its teeth and everything from the bite. He's definitely kind of like, you can kind of see like some steam rising from like a burn from the bite.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to him and use Poison Purge.
All right, Jim, your arm continues to burn.
What?
My
What?
meta- It doesn't. There's no poison.
So you realize after doing that that is not any kind of poison that at least you're able to treat.
So saliva. His saliva's fucking goddamn it.
That's death.
Heard your saliva.
Guys, be careful. I can't heal this poison.
Yeah, it's death. I ain't touching that.
He's got rabies. Give him shots in the stomach.
Rip.
I just
So-
shove Jim into the bear's mouth again and walk away.
Frog.
Oh God! You actually want to push Jim?
Shit! No.
I'll do it.
Okay, Silver, you're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna just walk right here, and I'm just gonna give him a good whack here.
All right.
Fubuki rip.
All right, that's it.
Good job, Fubuki. Too bad you're dead.
Mhm.
Rip.
All right, for Bookie, roll your bite.
GG. I'm at this one.
All right. Takes 17 points of damage. And
That's
so
so
that
bad.
is. What's up? Oh, that it for you,
Yeah.
Silas?
Crap, I can't.
Okay.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm
watch.
going to
I was
activate
trying to make it bigger.
the highest strength check I can with my brace on. And I'm going to run up. I'm going to attempt to grapple the bear.
All right.
Rip its jaw apart.
I'm probably going to bite it afterwards because it bit you. Or it bit Jim, I mean.
Silver, the fuck was that?
What? I
My
didn't
screen like this froze just now.
GG, your character moved a step away.
Yeah, my screen just like froze completely. I was trying to click stuff.
Did I grab it?
Yes.
Okay, it's grappled.
All right. That's it for you.
I can't do anything else.
All right. Lane.
What about Jim's turn?
I thought you went. Did I skip
No,
you?
no, Jim's last because he left the call for a little while, so it's his turn.
What do you mean I'm last? You're last. motherfucker.
You literally said put me last in the turn list because I'm on my phone.
I must have completely skipped you. I'm sorry about that, Jim. You're up. Next time I'll put you in the right order.
Swag. Well, there's rubble around, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm of prep and ability. Exploding body substitution with the nearest rebel.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it one of my fucking superior paper bombs.
Okay. So you're prepping that if like it attacks you?
Yep, if it comes after me still.
Okay. So that's it for you?
Yep.
Alright, back to Lane. Sorry about that. Next time I'll be sure to do it on point.
Okay. And I'm just gonna throw 2 shuriken at it.
Alright. Well, them hits.
Everything's
Both
just
hits.
plus 14.
Yep, both hits.
They're both hits?
Yep. Alright, takes 18 points of damage.
Rip those double ones. Is that the exact same thing?
Yeah.
What the? I had to look twice. I was like, wait a second, it's a 2. And that's another
What are the odds of that?
pretty low.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So next up is a Wari. And man. Started looking through his techniques and being like, alright, what do I want to do?
Just like do what you did to Shiro. You can't fail there.
Well, yeah, but that's metagame knowledge. Wari doesn't want to show you the swords.
Rude.
Let me do a hypo.
Or you just do like a lightning dragon. Trash.
Alright, so you see he kind of like raises his arm and like lightning begins to kind of channel into it. And you see he steps up to the... slightly just another. He steps up to the bear and he kind of like jams his hand with like lightning jolting around it into the bear.
Werewolf.
So Ichidori's the bear.
Pretty much.
But it's good.
So that's a hit without a doubt. It's definitely not the Chidori, but it's very similar to it. I guess it pretty much is the Chidori, but that's not the technique. This is a legitimate one too that's in the book.
So it's not making a bird sound.
No. And he deals 36 points of damage to it. Now, as Awari's attack hits and he kind of pulls his hand back, you see that the creature kind of begins to change a little bit. Another kind of like high-pitched ringing sound jets from the creature. And it's not from its mouth, it's like from every little orifice of it. And it now begins to glow red, almost as though its veins itself is glowing with energy and on the surface. It also
turns
lets out a
red.
shockwave that forces you, Silas, to lose your grip on its grapple. And now it's going to make an attack at everyone next to it.
Hey.
I think that I gotta wait.
So you see, it kind of turns to a war and it swipes at him with his left claw.
He swiftly dodges.
That actually might be a hit. Let me flip Warrior's stats. Warrior's not in like fucking super tryhard mode right now. Okay, no, it's still a miss.
I'm not in super tryhard mode. 34, still a miss. Yeah, sure.
This one goes after you, Silas. 36
And
is
he
a hit.
swiftly dodges.
I can almost guarantee 36 is a hit.
Here comes
So
the
Silas, you take 22 points of damage.
Woo!
And now it turns to you, Silver, as its hands are done, and it goes to bite at you.
one. Swiftly dodge.
Oh, sorry, wrong roll.
Hey,
What's your defense?
GG. It is. That's melee combat, right?
Yep, melee combat, but remember you don't have your armor.
Still
No, you are. You do.
23.
You are
Yep.
third class.
Alright,
All right.
just above.
So that is that for you. Now that its turn. Actually, that wasn't even. That actually wasn't even its turn.
Son of a bitch.
You what I did?
It gets one. No, it got one free turn when it becomes enraged. Is the little special buff I'm getting it. So now, click there. So now it gets its actual turn attack. So it's going to do the exact same thing again.
Turn back to
So that's to
Awari.
Awari.
Oh, snap.
Roll to confirm
Ooh.
critical. It fails, but Awari takes a fucking lump. So it claws at him, scratching him up a little bit. This one's at you, Silas. Does that one hit?
You said it was a claw?
Yeah.
Nope, it misses.
All right. And now this one's again the bite at you, Silver.
Dang. Can't swiftly dodge that one.
That was the plan.
But you?
All right. So it bites you, dealing the same
How
amount
much-
of damage as
How much poison damage am I taking
So you
this
take-
round?
25 points of damage. They'll be on your turn, Jim. I guess it would be on his turn. So yeah, let's roll your damage. You take 7 points of damage, Jim. So now you need to roll a fortitude save, Silver.
And use the power to resilience.
All right.
And an action point. So, rip that.
You fail.
F this. Wasted an action point.
So you feel as though your arm's kind of burning in pain as well. Except unlike what Jim's arm was, where it just kind of like had that burning effect, you can no longer feel your arm.
Gosh dang.
Like it's gone entirely numb.
You're gonna
And
have
so
to
you're also
find
going
that-
to take burn damage. So let's roll for how many turns you're going to take burn damage. Only one turn, so this is going to be just it. But you take that damage again, so 20.
Gosh dang, dude.
All right,
what I'm
Hero,
doing.
you're up.
Well, alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna move right on
Alrighty.
over her, and I'm gonna heal Mr. Silver.
All right.
And take that attack of opportunity while you're at it.
You will, depending on what route you moved. But I'm going to assume that you went around like that.
I
as
went
opposed to
around,
that, which is
yes.
why I'm not
Out of the
calling
way.
it out.
He's healed by 30.
All right. Go back up 30 points, Silver.
Alright. Yeah.
That's
All
a
right.
nice heal right there.
Mhm.
And I can do
Jimbo.
it every round.
Nice.
Oh, I need to reduce. I'll do that.
Jim,
What? Okay, huh? See?
you're up.
Oh, now it's my turn. Well, you know what?
Kind of dropped Warrior's hit points. Whoops.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna-
Oh no.
It's minimal. 10%.
I'm gonna make my imprisonment seal.
All right.
Full round.
With what?
With my
Oh, yeah, you don't
shield.
have any of your stuff. No, you don't have it.
Guess who does?
Just rub it right in his face. Jeez.
Well, now I don't know you have those, so I just assume everyone doesn't have that shit.
Why
God
would
damn
you
it.
assume I don't? I use seals a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know you have them on.
You haven't
'cause I
seen him
have
use it.
nothing.
You have seen Lane throw a couple of shuriken, though.
I don't know. Hero has his shit, so I'm just gonna assume
This
he
is true.
doesn't.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna yell at everybody and ready up an action for Hell Swamp. I'm gonna yell everyone to get away from the beast, about at least 5 feet.
I thought you couldn't use your chakra.
I can't teleport.
So
Right,
you
I
got to
don't know.
use. So you ready you start running your chakra, and you definitely tell that you're still able to go through just fine.
Okay,
Oh, cool.
I'm readying up my action. I'm gonna yell that same thing.
Okay.
Move away from me.
So next up is
Whoa.
Silver.
Didn't that bear move? I'm just gonna roll with it.
What was it?
I was gonna say, doesn't that bear move inside of like at a different turn interval, like than everybody? But then I was like, I'm just gonna go with this anyway and take, I guess, that attack of opportunity.
Which it's happily going to take. And it's going to do another bite at you.
Please miss.
That's it. You take 17 points of damage. Roll a fortitude save again.
So
Did it bite you though?
Yeah, bit.
Oh my god.
That's what I said.
20 plus.
Yeah.
All right, you pass. So you still, so your arm is still burning, but where it bit you this time, you're not burning.
Right.
But at this point, you do notice something about your arm. It also kind of even though it's numb, you're kind of still feeling something strange from it.
The right.
Are you serious? No, come on.
All right, Silas, you're up.
Come on.
I'm tired of this motherfucker.
Can't do this to us, Connor.
So I'm going to take the attack of opportunity by taking a couple steps back.
And since its focus was still on Silver at that, I'm still going to say claws at you. What's that?
Missed.
All right.
And then I'm gonna look at that fucker and say, "For the heat." I'm gonna light him up.
All right.
Do like a backflip and then land.
Breathe in your mic there, by the way. Thank you. All right, so it takes 18 points of damage, and now that it is enraged, it is not able to take its reflex save. It's not his turn yet. All right, you done?
Yes.
Lane. So that first one is a hit.
Only the first one?
Only the first one.
Darn.
You see the other kunai, like the other shuriken, whereas they do still hit it, it just like bounces off of the skin. Only the first one actually seemed to do anything.
Wrist and just like deflect it off.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna scooch over here.
All right. You see a warrior, he kind of turns to you, Jimmy. He goes, "Do what you need to
Away.
do, but I'm not taking this, or I'm not stepping away from this thing. I'm going to keep its focus as best I can."
I just realized
Okay.
I can't scooch.
That props my ready action.
Full attack
and I'm-
action. Yeah, I just realized that too.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
gonna
it's
use-
still his turn, so you're ready to action.
Yeah, I'm seeing my ready to action.
All
Ready
right,
to
so you're
shoot.
just gonna. I guess you can't still execute it anyway, can't you? Because it was ready.
Yeah.
You let me
I'm
back
ready.
up?
It's gonna do Hell Swamp technique. Like from the beast onwards, like 10 feet.
Thanks for letting me move, asshole.
Whatever.
Your fucking medic now
He
can't
would-
move.
He was next.
I was next.
So I've got to read just that size there.
I hate you.
10 feet also means Lane's in it.
I'm
Oh,
not
you-
healing Jim. Jim's dead. Jim's dead to me. Everybody
So-
move!
You cast that. Owari gets his reflex save. So, what's the rank of that technique?
Rank 8.
Rank 8. So, okay, so that's half, so that's 14. What's your dexterity score?
Mike, calm down.
Like the whole thing?
I was like,
No, the modifier, sorry.
oh man, trying to hold tears back.
3.
3. Okay, so it's a DC 17 he's got to beat. Owari beats it.
The reflex save, Lane.
Yeah, the reflex save.
Flex.
Lane, you pass it. So roll a reflex, Hira.
Perfect half in 20.
It wasn't a critical.
Hira, you pass it. Jim.
No, I have to roll. I have to roll. I'm just gonna use evasion. Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, you still got to roll. Hira, you look so annoyed.
He's
I was
waiting for
fucking
this.
next.
Bro, I just readied my action and went.
So everyone passed the save though, so everyone's doing just fine.
Including the bear.
Did the monster pass the save?
I don't think he rolled.
No, it
Yeah, he
denied the
didn't roll.
save, so it's kind of sinking in.
Mm,
I said the
Dumb-
bear doesn't get reflex saves. Now that's
Dumb man,
enraged.
bear, pig.
So now So I've got to fully read up this ability. You see, a warrior kind of readies his lightning again, except this time it's a little bit different. Instead of just making like your standard kind of like lightning empowered, this one is golden. It's very visible that you can all see it. And then it kind of converts, and he points it into his finger, and then he aims it at the creature. And you see, there kind of seems to be like a humming of static of like electricity. And then it immediately bursts, dealing damage.
GG. Yeah, here comes a one shot. You don't need to roll damage.
Doesn't do too much.
Seconds later, we see the bear explode.
And it deals 27 points damage, which is just enough. You see the bear disappears and just changes into nothingness.
Can I have my turn now?
Yeah.
Throwing a shuriken at Jim.
All right.
Not really, but I want to.
All right. Good restraint.
You could heal me.
You didn't pull me out.
I wasn't even in it yet.
So
You get a
Owari, so you're now out of combat. Owari takes a seal and he throws it at the ground. And you see that the swamp stops doing what it's doing.
The swamp stops swamping.
Yeah, it
GG.
stops being a swamp. The chakra is just like completely wiped from it. Jim, do a spot check. So you kind of like sigh looking around, and you see that that crystal that was thrown on the ground is no longer black. It's now white again.
Well, can I go pick that up?
If you want to summon another fucking bear, what the hell's wrong with you?
I'm gonna pick it up.
Gonna
Where's
stuff it in
at?
your pants again?
No, I'm not stuffing it in my pants.
All right, what was it that you said?
I'm gonna hold it.
Gonna hold it. All right.
Hands, you fucking with me. I only did it to hide.
Owari kind of turns and goes, so it's that.
Well, what was it called, GM? I forgot.
Sounds like your character forgot too.
I seriously forgot. Like,
Sounds like your character forgot what it's called too.
come on. I'm gonna roll a knowledge check. Shit. Please roll something.
Sounds like your character forgot what it was too.
Well, I forgot.
Owari says, "Can I see it?"
I'm gonna look at the water and go.
Then he throws it down and it turns into smoke. And then the smoke disperses or it disappears.
We got. They're all over this mine, bro.
He goes, "Yeah, but all those ones are still partially embedded into the wall. Can I just see it real quick? I just want to look at it."
Okay.
And
Hand
it
it over, then.
begins.
All right. Now you get a headache. And another vision flashes in front of your eyes, and you see Kozakai's arm extended. You know, the vision who you were like taking the place of, handing a ruby ring with a heart on it to Owari.
Can I make a request?
Huh.
Jim go deaf again.
And then the headache fades and passes, and you see Owari's now holding the gem, kind of looking at it.
Can I do a spot check on a warrior's hand?
Sure. You see, he is currently not wearing that ring.
Son of a bitch. Well, I'm not gonna say anything about it.
And Owari just goes, "Here, I'll keep this for right now.
What do you mean you're gonna keep that?
I figure it'd be better placed on me than anyone else in case something like that happens again."
What are you trying to say here? Will I cause that?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick up my pickaxe. I'm gonna start walking down the fucking hallway.
I'm a first rank, first tier, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jim. Doesn't look like you're done. Can you get some more
I'm gonna
iron,
keep
please?
Walking down the hallway.
He stops you before you've all walked all the way down.
Nah, I don't fucking care. I keep walking down the hallway.
Oh, okay. I was there, Jim.
Put him in the jail cell.
Nigga, what?
Somebody should probably wake up that guy right there. Been down there, and I'm pretty sure
So-
we're all gonna walk out without even.
Owari turns to you, Hira, and he goes, you're a medical specialist, right? Think you can wake that guy up?
Yeah.
And you do your stuff, and he wakes up, blah, blah, blah.
I don't want to have to go to this kill.
The
Sprinkle
guy wakes up, he
magic
goes,
on it.
ugh. And he kind of looks around, he goes, is that thing gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
All right.
You're good. You're safe.
Where's that... Jim! Where the hell is he?
You walk down the hall.
He kind of stands up and he starts wobbling forward. There's Jim! Jim!
What's this guy's name? Do I know his name? Guard?
No.
Guard one.
Damn it, Jim.
Well, fine. I'm gonna walk back because the guard's yelling for me.
I'm a guard of a mind, not a doctor.
So he kind of leans forward. He's just kind of stepping there. You see he's definitely kind of like shaking. Just like,
Can I like have him lean on me?
yeah. Just like lean down and kind of prop him up a little bit. He goes, where's that Jim? I need it.
Somebody should go in
Jim,
and
he
attack
needs you.
this nerd.
He said,
So
"Jack."
where's that Gem?
I know.
Okay.
Jeez.
Motherfucker. Well, I'm gonna say the ninja over there, and I point at Owari, has it.
So everyone, so you Silver, roll a spot check.
But you never ask. 'Cause I can't remember what my check is. What the? How can nobody have to see in here?
Use your spirit die.
I don't have any spirits.
So you see Owari kind of pulls that. He goes, "Hey, I've got it right here," and he hands the man the crystal. And he goes, "Thank you."
Can I do a sleight of hand check to see if that's the real thing?
It's not a sleight of hand check. You can roll a spot check, but you don't exactly have many ways to analyze it right now. You can ask to see it, see if you can tell the difference.
I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, so it's all good.
Just duel him right now for that.
How can I fucking duel
And
him?
so Owari starts asking you, "So what exactly is that thing? Is this his gem that's been converted because of the Sage of Light's power? It's an unexpected side effect. It holds some of his strength." At which point, Owari, his eyebrow kind of perks up. He goes, "Wait, so are you saying if I found, let's say someone had one of these crystals outside the village, would it still carry the healing properties that the Sage of Light supposedly has?" And here's a look.
I'm
The guy
listening.
goes, "Yes, but that's why we're mining them, to give them to the Sage of Light, so that way we know that none of these get out." And he just kind of nods and he goes, well then. I suppose that's a worthy reason to keep it here. Well, shall we go?
I'm
Sure.
gonna use
Can
sense
I
motive.
talk to the dog? Can I talk to the guard real quick? Tell him to come here in private.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use the sense motive check on what Owari just said.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over here and see if there's any gems in the wall.
God damn it.
So I'm gonna whisper you what I'm telling to this guy.
So you feel as though Wari, he definitely didn't seem like entirely genuine, but you aren't able to tell like what part felt fishy to you. And what was it that you're doing here?
I'm whispering you what I'm talking to him about.
Talking to the guard about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you share your findings?
Don't worry about it.
All right, well, I'm gonna start walking out then.
Okay, so here it kind of whispers to the guard, and then the guard turns and goes, Jim!
Oh,
I'm gonna
You were
kill
given
you.
an order by a Tier 1 citizen and you broke it. That is not
I'm
acceptable.
gonna kill you.
Gee,
like a
gee.
motherfucker, I'll kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
So at this point, you all kind of hear footsteps further down the tunnel.
You know what? I'm gonna run down the tunnel towards them.
Towards the footsteps?
See.
All right.
I whispered you, Connor. Can I just do that instead?
So do that right now.
No,
Oh,
I run down the hallway.
So do that instead of that.
Run down the hallway and then do that before the footsteps.
Well, the man's already entering the room.
Then
Oh,
let's fucking
rip.
do that right now.
No. So the man steps forward, and you all recognize this man to be the one who put you under that little spell that put you through the trials.
Do I? I know.
And so you see this very kind of like thin-looking man, like doesn't seem intimidating at all. Long blonde hair and a kind of a gentle voice, and he goes, "Now, Jim, you must obey the requests of those higher tiers than you. However, this is a case where this will be overridden because I have something that I need of you. Guard, you may go back to your post, solve the issue, and make sure the rest of the miners are okay." And he goes, "Sir." And he starts walking away.
Look at
And you see the sage kind of holds his hand out, and you see a light flashes from it.
What?
We're all back in the trials again.
You're
No.
all a bunch of bullshitting ass motherfuckers. I hate y'all.
I'm sorry.
And so you all feel completely good as new, except for you, Silver.
Oh, rip.
You feel as though your health and chakra has been restored of anything that might have been used during that. However, your arm is still just burning.
Rip. I've contracted a disease, boys.
Punk ass motherfucker.
It's that mole rat disease from Fallout 4, where it's only -10 health, so it's not a big deal, but you can never get rid of it. It's really annoying.
Rip.
I believe it's gone to herpesiphilates.
So you
God
all
damn.
appear kind of in like a monument area where you see that there is a shrine carved looking like a crest or crest. That's the token. The token is crest from Darkcloud too. That's the reason why I said that. Looking like the
Yay!
man. Looking like the man, but he's got blonde hair. The picture doesn't do him justice right here. But he looks and he goes, "Now, you are all tainted. Silver. Do you have long sleeves, Silver?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Be right
So
back.
the man walks up to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, the like where the arm where you were bit by the bear. And you see he just completely rips the clothing off of it.
And off goes the arm.
Rip.
And you see that your arm is not looking good. So you see that like around the wound itself is blackness.
Redness, whiteness?
And more than that, farther up, you see that your skin is turning gray around that blackness.
Heal that.
You can help me with that stuff, right?
Nope. You fucked.
Rip.
And so the creature looks at you and goes, "I'm sorry, Silver, but this is not a wound that even I can heal.
What are you saying?
There's one kind of wound in this world that I cannot heal, and that is the wound that has been given from a dark spawn. From my mortal enemy. You have been wounded by one of his minions.
Am I gonna turn into like one of them?
You will not turn into one of them. However, you are something of a Horcrux, if you will.
Oh
GG.
my god.
You pull that from that.
Nah.
You have encountered that dark creature, have you not?
Oh, we all did.
Every single one of you holds that same corruption inside of you. If you are defeated by a dark spawn, or if you are tainted by a dark spawn, if it is not treated, you will become its new host.
And how do we treat
Alright,
this?
so I tricked this, yeah. I was like, screw it.
Silver, you have one of two options before you. We could cut off the arm,
Oh shit.
Nah, no.
Or- you can let it fester, and see if you can overpower the will of the creature.
Oof.
Nah, I'm not losing an arm again.
But know this: the
I
blood of
mean-
the Scorpion King will forever reside inside you.
Hey.
Well, at least to be the Rock at some point.
GG. I'll take my chances. Let me get back in character.
So he kind of nods, goes, now, you will all have to be purified.
I'm not bathing with dudes.
Me? What? Why me?
Do you say that, Jim?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of it.
There's no bath that will be here. You must go through the cavern yourself, and you must purify yourself by defeating what is at the end of it.
Another trial then?
Uh-oh.
Another trial.
This
But
might
this
be
one,
bad.
you are not under my protection. I can teleport you there, but that is it. From there,
Uh-oh.
you are on your own.
No, Connor. Is this why you apologize to me, you fuck?
Why did I apologize to you?
You better not make me fight Kozukai with my old fucking sheep.
Oh, because of that. I see what you're saying.
Kozukai
Here's
is
the-
a coward now. No.
Because the well saves and everything.
GG.
So he holds up his hand and you all disappear.
GG.
Except for you, Silver.
I wanted to talk to him. Damn it!
Talk to him now.
I'm
Oh,
gone.
sorry. You know, before that happens, okay. He goes like, now, are you all ready?
I want to speak to him in private. So
So you're gonna say I want to speak to you in private?
yeah, but if it needs to wait, then I'll have
He
to
says, I cannot risk you being here longer than necessary. You can speak to me right now, or I will teleport you.
I will speak to you after.
Okay. And so you all disappear,
Except for you, Silver.
except for Silver, who you're right there, and he says, he walks forward to you and he goes, I will teleport you here shortly. However, there is something you must know. And he leans in and he whispers into your ear, and then you teleport away as well.
Your dark spot.
And I'll tell you secretly what that message is.
Hey. Am I gonna live though?
No,
Maybe.
Or can I
Right
like
after a
become-
short break from our sponsors.
Look like the dark spine takes over?
Absolutely none.
Rip.
I sponsor y'all. What the fuck y'all talking about?
So that's where we're going to end this session today.
Nah, you do not, motherfucker. Come on.
Oh, why?
Hobby
Because I don't have the
Blades.
next map made. And the next map is going to require great attention of detail. Plus, I need to send you all a private message asking you about something. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned
yeah.
next time to find out what happens to everyone inside the Cavern of Purification.